Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing today to receive testimony on more than 24 bills to help our veterans. These bills do a lot of good, from improving dental health services and making mental health services available to veterans and their families, to strengthening job training programs for men and women in uniform. In particular, I wanted to highlight Chairman Sanders's bill S-1581 to authorize VA to provide counseling and treatment for military sexual trauma for active duty service members. This bill will help survivors of sexual assault get the care they need. I also want to express my support for Senator Durbin's bill S-1559. This legislation will ensure that U.S. residents who are Filipino World War II veterans receive the full benefits that they have earned through their service. We owe all service members and veterans, no matter when and where they served, the care they need and the benefits they have earned, and these measures would help fulfill that commitment. Finally, I would like to speak for a few moments on S-1588, a bill that I introduced along with Senators Moran, Isakson, and Begich. This bill provides an emergency safety net to 144,000 veterans waiting for VA care. This bill fixes a catch-22 in current law that puts veterans who have recently returned from overseas at financial risk if they experience a medical emergency. Under current law, a veteran enrolled in the VA system who receives emergency care at a non-VA facility can be reimbursed for those costs only if the veteran had also received care at a VA facility in the preceding 24 months. As I understand it, the intent of this requirement is to encourage veterans to seek preventative care at least every 24 months to decrease the need for more expensive emergency care. This 24-month requirement creates a problem for some newly returned veterans. They cannot comply with this requirement through no fault of their own. Newly returned veterans can't comply because they haven't received their first VA appointment because of VA waiting times. But if they need to go to a non-VA hospital for a medical emergency, VA cannot reimburse them because they haven't received their first VA appointment. A catch-22. My bill fixes this problem for newly returned veterans. This bill gives VA the flexibility to reimburse veterans who have not yet received their new patient examination if they have to go to a non-VA hospital for a medical emergency. For Hawaii veterans in rural Oahu or on the neighbor islands who live far from VA facilities, emergency care outside the VA may be their only option. Just last week, I met a veteran from Waianae on Oahu who had a medical emergency while waiting 4 months for his first appointment at VA. Veterans like him who were denied VA reimbursement would get much needed relief under this legislation. We owe it to our brave men and women in uniform who put their lives on the line for our country that the VA has the tools it needs to better serve our new veterans accessing the care they have earned. I look forward to hearing from our witnesses and their thoughts on this and the other bills. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you very much, Senator Hirono.
Well, thank you very much. I don't think I'll need 10 minutes, but be that as it may, Dr. Jesse, in your testimony, I don't think that you gave us your position or the VA's position on my bill relating to that 24-month catch-22 situation that new veterans face. So I hope that you will be supportive of this kind of a change because they are in a situation over which they have no control.
Yeah, so I'm glad you spoke to it the way you did because I don't think going in I fully understood that catch-22 piece that was in there. Clearly was